What is up, everybody, and welcome back to D-Train Games and the Hunter Call of the Wild. Today, you guys voted you wanted to see the mule deer and fallow deer return to the channel, so that's exactly what we're doing. We're going to be spending around 2 hours on the fallow deer. I'm a little bit late today, unfortunately, but we are here now. So I'm going to spend about 2 hours on the fallow deer, and then we'll spend 2 hours on the muleys. So hopefully you guys are excited for this. What's up, Colton? Hope you're doing well, man. If I'm not mistaken, I believe I'm good to go. Let's see. What you up to, man? Hope you're doing well. You're enjoying your spring break? I hear that, man. I'm glad that you're on it. Had to get a drink real quick. Yeah, Colton, since you're in the stream, man, I'm going to go ahead and let you know, if you're wanting to participate in the multiplayer stream, I totally lost track of what the date was. Today should have been our multiplayer stream, because April starts next week, so I that was an oversight on my part. So we're going to end up having 2 multiplayer streams in April. So we're going to try to have one next weekend, and then then towards the end of April, we're going to have another one, to make up for them. So the multiplayer stream will happen next Friday, as long as my wife's schedule pans out. Just wanted to let you know. I'll let other people know today, too, as they come in. Yeah, man, I hope that we're able to get 2 great ones today. This fallow grind shouldn't take as long as our other one. Our other fallow grind was really long, but I'm really wanting to see if all 3 fallows come from the same zone or not. That's what I'm really intrigued about, is because I've got 2 fallows from the exact same zone, and I'm wondering if all 3 will come from the same place. Because that would be very, very interesting to see. What's up, Zero? Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome back to Call of the Wild, by the way. And again, guys, next week we're going to be spending all of our time on hunting and fishing games, okay? So we're not playing variety games next week. We are returning back to the normal stuff on the channel. And then the week after that, we maybe do a little bit more variety. Also, for those of you who enjoyed the Thomas streams, they did get their update today. I started my PlayStation, and it started updating immediately. So most of the bugs and stuff should be fixed today, and I'm excited to play it a little bit later tonight. But like I said, we're going to take a break from other games, and get back to what we're doing here on the channel for at least the next week or 2. How did I not hit that deer? Okay. I don't know how I didn't hit that buck. Yeah, I hit something good on that one. See if I can get this one to stop for us. Alright. Oh. Well, he started to run, but he ran right into that bullet, but I don't think it hit him anywhere good. Oh well. We're only going to get 2 out of the 4 this time, but that's fine. Going to a sportsman show that my coworkers are attending, then spending time with them and my fiance after work. I'm not going to be here much. Oh, you're fine, man. Totally understand. Like I said, you won't miss very much anyways. As you guys know, if I get anything special, it always goes into shorts or videos. So, if the great one shows up, you'll get to see the video later. You need to update your PS5. When I get home, I was enjoying the RE Requiem playthrough on my 40-something view on there. I think you're the only person who's watched it so far, unfortunately. But that's okay. Like I said, doing playthroughs is just kind of my second dream on the channel, so don't bother me too much that people don't want to watch it. I do hope that it picks up though. It would be nice to get good views on everything I do. But I appreciate your support on it. And like I said, the next part will come tonight. The finale, I believe, comes out tonight. So, last night was the semi-finale, and then tonight is the finale of the whole playthrough. And we probably won't be doing anything else story-related on the channel, playthrough-wise, for at least another month or 2. Because the next one that I'm going to be playing, I'm just going to live stream it, and it's the Lego Batman game. I don't really want to put a Lego game as like a full playthrough on the channel. but I probably will live stream that one from start to end. So it'll be about another month or two before you guys see anything storyline or come out again. We may play some Thomas along the way. We'll be playing some hunting and fishing games. If I feel like playing other storyliner games, we will play them. But like I said, I think I'm gonna. This will be a Call of the Wild channel, guys. Don't get me wrong. And I have made up my mind overnight last night that this will be still a Call of the Wild hunting and fishing type channel. However, I think that that on the weeks where I'm like kind of out of the mood for Call of the Wild and rather play other things, I'm going to start doing that. Because whenever you're doing YouTube, the number one thing is to keep yourself happy. Make sure that you're not getting burnt out on what you're doing. And yeah, playing nothing but Call of the Wild actually doesn't get old to me necessarily, but it starts getting a little bit long, if that makes sense. I feel like I want to play other things. So when I get tired of Call of the Wild, we'll switch over to Deer Hunting Camp or some of the fishing games or whatever else I currently play. I want to play, but Call of the Wild will still be the primary thing of the channel. It'll still be what we do the most. I'm just saying on the days where I feel like I want to play other things, I'm just going to start playing other things. I'm going to play the games that I want to play instead of the games that I think I should play, if that makes sense. Which, obviously, I've had a break from Call of the Wild, so that may be a while before I feel that way again. Because I am back in the mood for Call of the Wild now, where I've kind of taken a break from it, which was nice. So, looking forward to see where we go from here. Did you see the new update on... Shoot, my stupid chat is glitching out. It's making me want to move the whole chat instead of just scroll. On bears? I did not see the new update on bears. What's going on with them? Yeah, I didn't see an update thing on my PlayStation pop up, so I didn't think that Call of the Wild even had an update. Right now, I'm just waiting on that haggis update to come out because I am ready to finally get my haggis. And speaking of which, guys, I have decided that we are not going to do a multiplayer stream for the haggis. I believe that I can find that thing on my own since I now know that it was bugged. So we're gonna give me some time to see if I can find it on my own before I decide to call in for some more reinforcements. I also want to learn if there's multiple respawns for them, because if they can just respawn like other animals can, then that's going to help encourage me to go ahead and bring it to multiplayer. Because like I said, I won't care to lose those trophies necessarily. There we go. Alrighty. Got a little bit of tracking to do. Yeah, guys, I did reply to that last text. Oh, there we go. It just now came through, Zero. Or Colton. If you have to manage them... Well, shoot. For some reason, guys, I am sorry, but my chat is just screwing up on me right now. I'm trying to scroll on the chat so I can see what you guys are saying, and it's making me move the entire chat box instead of just scrolling up and down on the chats. There we go. If you have to manage them to 3s and below for decent HM, 4s and below don't work anymore, and now I have to remanage them. Oh my gosh, man. Honestly, that actually further discourages me from even grinding for them. That's rough. Why would they do that? Like, are they trying to put an end to HM, or like, was there like a glitch with the bears? You know, I wonder if they actually did that to help boost the great ones, because I know the bears are usually a long grind. I wonder if making it to where you have to further HM them, it actually gives you a higher chance at getting a great one. I don't know if that's the thing, but it makes me wonder. No blood over here. Where are we going, dude? Oh, it's just right there. Okay. Finally, my chat box is working. You got all the map to 3s besides like 5 shooters. Heavily grinded them last night. I hear that, man. Well, I'm glad to see that you're putting in the time to HM them. I hope that the grind doesn't really get affected too much by this. But I'm sure that's annoying to have to go through all your stuff again and re-HM them. I am sorry about that. I hope it ain't too tedious for you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next patch. I'm in April. I'm excited to see what else comes with the haggis I'm gonna fix, or if it's just for the haggis. But honestly, it would be really nice. I understand that it'd be kind of like gifting something to the people, but in a way, I'd be accepting of it. In my opinion, anybody that spent more than 20 hours looking for the haggis should be guaranteed a diamond haggis. Obviously, the fur color can still be randomized, but I really do think that as a good incentive for the bug, it would be nice if the account could spawn a diamond for anybody that put like numerous amounts of hours into searching. That would be a nice little incentive, in my opinion. Duke, you are so slow, man. He is just now getting to us. Waiting for owner. I ain't waiting for you. I ain't coming to you. You're coming to me, man. I think we got them all, but I'm pretty sure I have one more deer that ran this direction, but he may have turned. Duke, why do you always walk around here? You're so lazy. Come on. Yeah, look, you're still walking. You find any blood? Okay, so we found everything. Alright, good. And good grief. You had to restack and use them, the 9s and 8s for HM? Yeah, I hear that. Honestly, I try my best to not stack too much because back whenever Jaxie did did his streams, he told everybody asked like for a hint of how to get the Great One to work, and he said don't stack your diamonds and don't main menu reset. But obviously they fixed the main menu resets shortly after that, so now we can use it as a way just to make animals where they're no longer like scared, so that doesn't affect them anymore. But apparently it used to. But as far as stacking, though, he did say that stacking actually hurts your chances at a Great One. And I don't know how that works, but apparently it does. But I mean, in my personal opinion, as long as you're not going to stack again, like, you just stack just to get your animals down one time, and then the rest of the time you're not stacking them, then I don't see how that could be a problem, in my opinion. Do I have any solos? Nope, solo has moved on. And guys, I hate saying it. I know that it makes the stream kind of boring. But after this run, I really do need to go through all my solo zones for the fallow deer and make sure there's nothing that needs to be shot down. I know it's going to take a long time in the stream, but, I mean, you guys have seen a lot of fallow grinding here lately, so, in my opinion, it shouldn't be too hurtful for you guys to sit back and just let me check my solo zones real quick. So, that is what we're going to do. And then whenever we reset time, we're gonna go along the coast and we're gonna check all the solo zones. Because I need to make sure there's nothing in those zones. But, like, if there's level 4s or level 5s, I'll shoot them. Level 3s, I'm just going to leave them. Because I don't really care about doing, like, a really tight HM, because I know that most of the map is already tightly HM'd. So, I ain't going to worry about it too much. What's up, Charlene? Oh, you're fine. I appreciate you stopping by. It's good to have you. Yes, you got a buck out there. I don't know if that's what he is, but I think it's that tiny buck. There is one solo over there that I've been leaving, and I'm guessing that's him. But yeah, like I had 2 bucks down here, and I think one moved up here next to me, and he's little now. Let's see, anything special over here? Don't see anything too special at the moment. Alrighty. Got them both. I'm gonna try to get you because you're a pretty decent one. You. Then you. That did not hit anything. I thought it would. That did. Alrighty. The rest of them, I think I'll just let them run. You're definitely getting shot. Okay. Let's see. That one's broadside. The other one's about his same size. Ooh, nice. Double tap. Let's go. I did work there, boys and girls. What's up, Warrior? Welcome to the stream, man. You only got 2 9s and 5 8 stacked. Nothing too much. I hear that. What's going on, story time? Welcome to the chat, everybody. Glad to see everybody's joining in today. Glad to have you all. And guys, if you're having fun at the stream, please don't forget to like and subscribe for me if you haven't already. Help the channel grow. I appreciate y'all. Yep, no trophies yet, guys, for anybody wondering. We don't have any. We just now started, so there's no diamonds, no rares just yet. And since we have done a lot of fallow grinding lately, we are going to, after our next time reset, we are going to go check all my solo zones. So the stream may get a little bit boring for a little bit because we'll be doing some running. But I do need to go around my map and check my solo zones and make sure there's no diamonds or anything in those zones. I'll try to move along as fast as possible, though. You're setting up more red deer zones? Nice, man. Are you doing it on a Teawara, or are you doing it on a different map? Honestly, in my opinion, if you're doing red deer, the only 2 maps you should even bother with is Teawara and Scotland. Scotland is actually a very underrated red deer map, and I really think it's a great grind for them. So, in my opinion, there's now 2 maps that are good for red deer grinds, and that's Teawara is still the GOAT. I would still say Teawara is the best, but Scotland is definitely a very good second choice. Doing fishtails up here. Alrighty. Let's go to our Great One zone. I decided to call this, guys. I have named this little area of my map. I am calling it Great One Bay, in case you guys are wondering. So I literally gave this place a name because I've got 2 Great Ones back to back in this zone already, and I'm really wondering if my 3rd one is going to come from here as well. But yes, I am now dubbing this little pocket on the map the Great One Bay. Is what I'm going to start calling it. Because it seems that I have the highest level of spawn rates in this zone. For the Great Ones. 159 kills in for this grind, guys, for number 3. Nice, Warrior. I wish you the best of luck, man. I hope your Great One comes soon. I hope it don't take very long for your Great One to appear, man. I believe I floored them both. No, but it'll kill him, though. Alrighty. Get this right behind the back leg. Drop him. Well, our Great One zone don't have a Great One in it right now, or at least it don't have a deer in it. We're going to fast travel over here first, because for whatever reason, sometimes if I fast travel, they'll just randomly appear in their zone. It does not look like they're going to be here today, though. That's fine. We'll check this zone later. But yeah, that's where I've got both my Great Ones from, is in that little pocket right there. And it is actually normal for that zone to not always be here, by the way, guys. If you guys remember our last stream, they would be here about every other run. So, that actually is normal for that zone right there to not always be here every single run. There's Fallow back here? Well, okay, those are just the respawn. They're just from the respawns. Never mind. I thought that was a solo zone for a minute there, but those are just the does from this spot. They were coming back. Alright, guys, last zone. Before we reset time and check the solo zones. You have 3 rares, 6 dimes, 4 trolls, 567 kills. Dude, that's actually really good. Like, that's actually pretty good. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied today, guys. That is actually a pretty good trophy rate for that grind, man. I hope your luck keeps up. That's really good. Yeah, I don't count I don't count the rares or the dimes. That's too much counting for me in my ADHD, so I can only count the kills. I can only single task, so I can't really do more than one thing. Oh, we got a solo in here. One of these 2 bucks is a solo. Oh gosh, is that a 5? Is that a level 5? No, it's just a big level 4. Well, I thought for sure that was level 5 there for a minute. Alrighty, you're perfectly broadside, sir. So you're gonna bite the dust first. And then your buddy. That must have been a heart shot. I can't see how that was anything other than a heart. Okay, and now you. Now you. Oh, shoot. Oh, I hit a doe. And I killed a doe. No! Stupid doe, man. Well, that sucks, man. I hate whenever a doe just steps right in your way and you end up... because that can screw up your grind a little bit. Whenever she respawns, she could respawn with more deer than what's supposed to be there. And if it ain't bucks and it's more does, it makes it even harder to get shots off. But what can you do? And on this lake, I have also decided that I'm going to start counting before I actually go and pick everything up. Because I have miscounted a few times whenever I just go down there and start picking everything up with the 4-wheeler. So every time I see an animal dying, I'm counting it now. So that right there would make 166. It's been slow. Yeah, I hear that. Honestly, if you're not doing HM, that is actually pretty good numbers. I mean, I would agree with Colton that I would definitely look into her managing them. Just to make sure that just to make sure that you get more diamonds and stuff. But at the same time, though, I mean, like, for someone who's not HMing red deer to have that many rares and diamonds, that's actually pretty good. From my experience. Dude, I must have hit the back of the neck shot with that one. He put his head down at the last second. Oh. Hello there. How that didn't drop him, I have no idea. So that's 3 out of that zone, I believe. Let's go ahead and pop you. Okay. I'm gonna let that one run. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe. Yep. Alrighty. Let's go claiming. Third red deer grind, I had 24 dimes, 11 rares, and 15 trolls. That ain't bad at all. Only 1,500 kills. 1,500 is still a pretty decent number, but yeah, that's not bad. That's about a good mid-range grind, in my opinion. You will herd manage, but it's your first red deer, so I'm doing no HM starting off. I hear that. What's up, Raven? Welcome to the chat, man. Also, guys, I wanted to thank all of you for being here. I know there's not a whole lot in my chat, but I wanted to say thank you for those who are going to hang out with me for the entire duration of the stream today. Like I said, we're just under 300 watch hours away from being able to grow the channel into super chats and memberships. However, I would like the channel to be pretty large before we do memberships, so I'll probably wait till 1,000 before I open those up. But I do want to say thank you guys for hanging out with me today. And like I said, if you haven't seen my playthroughs just yet, I know it won't suit all of you, but But I do have several different storyliners on the channel, and that really helps them grow the hour count, because every time that one of you guys watch a playthrough video for the first time, it'll count that entire hour. If I'm whether you guys are AFK or actually watching it all the way through, it does count that entire hour. So that's the fastest way for us to do things. Okay, so let me grab this one. I know there's a buck laying there, but I need to grab the 4 that I started with, because I will have to count these as I pick them up. Alright. I think I have 1 floater. How's everybody today? We're doing good, man. Doing good. Hoping for a great one. Like I said, I'm hoping that this great one comes a lot faster, because don't get me wrong, guys, I love the fallow grind. I think it is a great grind, and I love doing it every time I touch it, but I am ready to hunt other species. So, I am hoping that this grind doesn't take forever, as I am ready to be able to move on. So that was 1. But again, I do want to try to complete my huddle fallow. That is what we're doing this for, is to complete my huddle fallow grind. It's actually starting to rain. We don't see that very often in the streams, whenever it starts raining in the stream. Guys, I don't know how many of you guys can agree with me on this, but my favorite time to actually hunt in this game is when it's raining. Because it's so relaxing, in my opinion. I do think that they should overhaul the sound effects for the rain just a little bit to give it better acoustics. But I mean, like, anytime it's raining in a game and they have very good rain graphics and acoustics in the game, oh gosh, it's just so zen and chill. I just absolutely love hunting in the rain. Like, even on Way of the Hunter 1, my favorite time to hunt in that game was during storms. Like, I absolutely loved getting out there in the middle of a thunderstorm and hunting. Because to me, it was very relaxing. I know I did. I didn't count her, though. Yeah, she ran in front of one of the bucks that I was going to shoot, and forced me to actually hit her. So it wasn't intentional, but it did happen. All right, guys, now it's time for the pain part of the stream, and I do apologize to all of you. I know this is going to be a little bit boring, but we do need to go around and check all of our solo zones real quick. It's been a long time since I've done that. We are only going to do this once, though. So if there is a bad shooter, like a level 5 or something in the zone, we will have to go and check the respawn of it. But I'm only shooting fallows if they're level 4s and above. If it's a level 3, unless it's a giant level 3. But if as long as it's a medium to small level 3, I'm just leaving it. Because that's fine enough for me in HM. Alrighty. So that was 5 more. Alright, guys. I just now looked and I did actually count the doe. So we're at 170. I didn't think I counted the doe, but apparently I did. Alright, let's reset time, do a main menu reset, and then we're going to go check all the solo zones. Just to make sure we don't have any, which I doubt there's a great one down here, but I mean, if we do have a great one that's been here for a long time and we never do about it, at least I'd put it into our grinding. But again, I do like HM, doing herd management. Again, guys, I'm going to give you guys some advice, though, for HM. Do not do it too heavily. I've been watching a lot of videos here recently on, like, how to get great ones to spawn. And I do believe that doing, like, let's say that you had 10 pawns that are HMs. And then you're using the other 8, then you have 8 more that you're using for your grind. Out of those 10 pawns, and again, these are just random numbers, but out of those 10 pawns, at least, I would say 6 of them should be fully HMs, and then the other 4 should actually be partially HMs. Where, like, let's say that you're doing fallow grind, a deer that goes to a level 5 medium as a diamond, you should have 6 of those 10 zones being level 2s or level 1s. And then your other 4 should have a mixture of tiny level 3s, level 2s, and level 1s. So, and that's kind of how I'm doing things. If you guys haven't noticed that. In my HM, I don't like make sure that everything is level 2s. I do actually keep some level 3s, because I believe that helps with your respawns. And as you guys have seen, I mean, I have had pretty good luck with the great ones. I haven't went over 2,000 kills with the fallow, I don't believe. My last fallow ground was 1,300 and something, and then my first one was 350. So, I've had pretty good luck with that. Again, it could just be all RNG, but I have started to believe that because also with my whitetail grind, we were in the 3000s, and I had some of my solos that were coming back as like medium sized deer, but they were like but they were like in between a shooter size and a lever, and I decided to just leave them. Even though it was a tiny level, even though it was level 2, it had a level 1 rack, and I would leave it for that reason. So I try to make sure that I kind of mix and match some of the animals in some of my HM spots, just to kind of make it to where it's not like completely entirely HM. And I do believe that actually does help with the Great One spawn, especially after some of the videos I've been watching on YouTube lately. And make sure to Ski Ridge Mule Deer grind. It may come back, man. Honestly, it's probably going to come back. I love my mule deer grind on SRP. I really do. But I do think it's going to be a one and done, just solely because I know how much that we love using SRP for the multiplayer streams. I did not mean to shoot that thing, so unfortunately I have to come back and check on him. Crap. Oh well. I was paying attention to chat, and I saw he was level 3, and I just shot him. That was my bad. I've got grinder sense going on right now. I'm wanting to shoot everything that's level 3 and below. Or above, rather. So we will have to come back and check his respawn, but that's fine. You don't have 2 huddle fallow yet? Wowza. Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, like I said, I'm a variety grinder. I'm not somebody who literally wants to stay on one species all the way until I get something full. Once I get a great one of one kind, I like to mix in other great ones just to keep myself from getting burned out. So it's a given that I'm not going to be like just absolutely, bringing in the great ones of a certain species. I like to get a great one of one species and then move over to another species, get a great one of that one, and then after that return. It's just the way I like doing grinds. Unless I'm like just really, really into a certain species grind, then I'll stay with it. But that's a rare thing for me. Like I said, most of the time, once I get a great one of a species, I'll move on to another species. Anything over here needs to be shot? Don't see anything. That one, I guess, is okay to shoot. He's a big level 3, so I guess that's okay. Alright, let's go check out this zone. Alright, Voyeur, we'll see you in a few minutes, man. You need to get back to your red deer? I mean, honestly, like I said, guys, I would do red deer. I absolutely love that species. However, like I said, I just don't like the great one anymore. It's not even in my top 5 anymore because of the fact that they're all the same. But I love the species. It's just, for me, I don't like doing grinds unless I have a chance to get a great one. And if all the great ones look the same, it's just not really a grind I want to do. So I'm just kind of shooting my red deer as I see them, and then hoping that I just come across one of the new rares or something. Oh, I thought that was an albino there for a minute. Hello. Make sure you're not a level 3. You're also a variety grinder? Yeah, well, unless you're talking about black bears, Colton, because I think that you're like a very hardcore black bear grinder. So I'd say that the way I would put you is you're a black bear grinder, but you also like to have some variety. That's where I would stick you from what I've heard. Is that you're someone who really loves the black bears, but you do reach out and do other things every so often. Yeah, I hear that, Colton. See, but your numbers prove my point as it is that where you mostly target bears, but you also do other things. That's the way I'd put you, is that you're a bear grinder, but you like doing other things. See, with me, I have I know that I have more whitetails than anything, but they came across at very far apart from each other. I was doing other grinds along the way. So that's kind of the reason why I would say that I'm just a straight up variety grinder, is because and that's why I needed to come and check my zones. But yeah, I just can't stick with one species. I just can't do that. I get tired of it too quick. Yep, you definitely don't need to be over here. Let's see, is they all gonna run this way? You don't need to be here. Well, to kill him at least. We're just trying to get rid of him, so that's good enough. Well, crap. I meant to actually pick up one of my tents because I usually bring a tent with me when I check my solo zone, so that way I can jump on a 4-wheeler whenever I need to. But I totally forgot to do that. Darn it. Might be missing a couple. Yeah. You never know. Mila, stop. Stop. Sorry, guys. My dog was scratching her underbelly. This time of year, my dog gets allergies and where her skin will get dry, and she'll try to really scratch at herself harshly, and especially in her underbelly area. It's a very sensitive area for her, and so she'll end up scratching it really harshly, and we have to tell her to quit. She's actually cut herself before and bled some, so, or not really cut herself, but it was like a really bad scrape, and it drew blood. So we try our best to keep on her. Hello, ducks. Anything special up there? Dude, I don't know why it is so hard for me to get the turning whenever I'm running is fine, but whenever I'm looking down the scope or anything, it feels snappier than it used to. Like, used to, I feel like it was just a lot smoother, and nowadays I feel like that these sticks on PlayStation is like really stiff on this game. Like, used to, it would carry just a little bitty bit more than when you stop on the stick, and nowadays it's like it moves when you move and it stops when you stop. And it's very, very I don't know how to put it. Sticky, I guess, is the best way to describe it, I guess. I don't know. It just feels like that it's stopping too abruptly. Dick, you running or you walking? Okay, you're actually running. Let's go find this other buck. Yeah, if any of these come back as a level 3, I'm just going to leave it. I just don't want it to be a 4 or 5. Like I said, a majority of my maps are level 2s and stuff, so... It ain't going to bother me to leave some of these on the coast. Plus, the coast is a very annoying place to HM. I'm coming, Duke. There he is. Alright, where's our next zones at? Over here? Your pit bull is the same way. She gets sunburned. Yeah, I hear that. My dog doesn't get sunburned necessarily, but she does like to lay out on the back porch. But she doesn't like get sunburned, if that makes sense. Honestly, we think that it's the pollen. Like I said, it's just this time of the year. Whenever it switches from winter to spring, that is the worst time for Mila because because her skin dries out this time of the year, and the vets think that it's due to the pollen. They think that she's allergic to the pollen in the air. And it actually causes her skin to really dry out badly. And it causes her to really want to scratch herself and itch. So that's the reason why we have to stay on her. Yeah, 28 great ones in total. Yeah, that's insane, Colton. I'll catch up with you someday, but you're probably going to be way ahead of me beforehand. Where I don't grind off stream, it makes it to where I can't really like keep the kills up. So that's one of the reasons why I don't get great ones as fast as other people. It's because I dedicatively only grind on stream. I want to make sure that whenever I get great ones, it's going to be live. But I have thought that certain species I may switch that up with. Because I know there's certain great ones that some of you guys like I've noticed that with like the wolf grinds that there's not as many people that shows up for those streams on average compared to like the fallow or mule deer grinds. And then some days they do. So I mean it's really complicated, but I think what I might start doing once I get so many great ones of a certain species is I may grind sometimes on stream and then other times off stream for those. Whereas newer great ones that I really don't have many of them on, I'll just live stream all those. So that might be what I do. We'll see. I just really like doing it live. Alright, so you don't have any other buddies with you right now. It's still just you. So that's good. Alright, let's go check out this other point. Yeah, I don't know how many great ones in total I have. I know that it ain't many, though. Or not as many, I should say. 3 whitetails, 2 fallows, and then 1 of everything else except for like a handful of everything. So I know I have... So let me just start over. I know it's 3 whitetails, 2 fallows, 1 mule deer, 1 moose, 1 pheasant. And I think that's it, honestly, if I'm not forgetting another one. But yeah, I think those are all my great ones that I have so far. Oh, 1 red deer. Yeah, I forgot about my red deer. But yeah, I have 1 red deer, so all of those. Let's see, I can actually see them from here. Yeah, I know that's the entire group. So yeah, there's no solos over there with them. Alrighty. I still need to check this cove though on the other side. I don't have any zones there right now, but there is solos that can be there. So we're gonna go check this little cove out and then we'll move on. We're almost done, everybody. Like I said, it wasn't gonna take extremely long, but I just wanted to check my solo zones at least once. We do have a couple of zones we'll have to go back and check, and I can't hunt until I see what they are. So we will have to go and revisit those 2 zones just to see what came back in their place. I've always been that way, where like even if I'm doing HM, I always have to go back and check those zones just to make sure there isn't a great one in its spawn. So that's what we'll do. You're missing whitetail, wolves, and fox. I hear that. See you, Colton. Have a good day, man. Thanks for joining the stream. We'll be live until 7 p.m. EST if you think you make it back. But otherwise, we'll see you next week, man. Your German Labrador, as I call him, because he's German Lab mixed, he never really gets sick. Just roams around all day. Yeah, I hear that. A lot of dogs that like doing that. There's like their free roam, if you will. Yeah, that guy's good to leave. It's a good little medium-sized level 3. That first one that I shot was totally by accident. I was still in the grinding mindset, and I just ended up popping him whenever I meant to leave him. Okay. Then I got 1 more zone left to check, guys. There's a zone there? What? I didn't even know I had a fallow zone over here. Well, we're definitely going to have to go check that out. The wind is not in our favor, so I'm going to spray. Try to see if I can keep us under cover a little bit. You have 75 acres, so he likes to go run around and play with the neighbor's dogs. Yeah, I hear that. I'm glad to hear that he's social. Some dogs don't like other animals. I'm glad that he likes to get along with others. Yeah, we'll go check this zone, and then we'll have about another hour for the fallow grind. So that's kind of what we're going to do. We're going to check this zone, see what's in it, and then if we have to shoot anything, we'll have to come back and check it again. But I think the way we're going to do it this time is we're going to reset time, and then I'm actually going to start doing the normal grind. So I'm going to start shooting other animals, and then as I come around to the zones we need to check, we'll go check them. Alright, need to stop sprinting. I didn't even know I had a fallow zone over here. It must be a solo zone, and I'm hoping that there ain't nothing that needs to be shot out of it. That guy can definitely stay. Alrighty, that'll do it for our solo zone check. So, I need to remember it's just these two little pockets here. That's the only places we had to shoot animals. Alright. So I know where we need to stop. Let's go ahead and reset time and do an actual run again. You have a Labrador and a Boxer that hang out on my property all the time, and Bear likes to play with them and not allowed in my yard, though, because the lab eats chickens. Just in the past 3 years, a bunch of dogs have started to come to my house. IDKY. Probably because your dog likes throwing parties, man. It sounds like he enjoys having company. And they probably like his company, is my guess. I couldn't tell you, though. Alright, not all the fallow deer will probably be in their zones right now from where we're resetting time the way we are. Usually if you reset time in the middle of a drink zone, so the animals that are currently there will disappear, and then they have a chance to come back. But it's fine. We'll just check the zones, and then we'll just shoot what's around and what isn't. Yeah, he really is, man. You'll have to be careful. Whenever you leave your house, you might end up having a house party happen. You may get home one of these nights and find like a whole bunch of dogs at your house. Sitting there playing party music. You'll come home, there'll be pizza boxes everywhere, dog food scattered across the floor, party music playing. And your dogs will just be sitting in the middle of your floor, just sitting there smiling at you like they're the happiest they could ever be, the tails wagging. And you'll have like 30 plus other dogs just sitting there behind them. Just looking at you like, what's wrong? Or as my wife says, I'm a deer in the headlights look. Where the light's on at the house, but there ain't nobody inside. Let's see here. Got those two boys. And those two boys. Okay, they're over here. I don't know if I'll get the second one. If he'll stop running. Oh, shot over him. Well, that ain't gonna help us none, is it? That one will. That's fine. We'll just take two. We'll shoot the other ones when we come back. Don't want to waste the entire stream trying to track animals. You'd be okay with that? That reaction is like those TikToks of all the dogs where the caption for the TikTok is this is where I need to be. And it's like just nothing but just a bunch of them cuddly animals running across the screen. Let's see, what else is out here? Nice little level 4. Another nice level 4. Alrighty. Is either one of these guys going to drink for me? They do, to make it so much easier to be able to get them both. Don't think they are. Did not want to pull the trigger on that one. Well, double tapped him. He ain't going to go nowhere. Alright, let's see. What's out here? Anything big? You're pretty big. Nope. If that buck would have done the walk forward a couple steps and pause maneuver, I think I would have got him. Well, we got that one too. Alright, that'll work. Why does everybody come into the stream for like a few minutes and then just leave? I guess they didn't want to send me HM. I don't know, or go around the map. Hopefully they'll come back. I know you're still in there, Raven, so I appreciate you. I wish that some people would just stay and hang out with me though, even during the boring times. Helps the channel a lot more that way. If it ain't Raven though, then I'm pretty sure it is though. But if other people are in the chat right now and it ain't showing it, I do apologize to you guys. YouTube's only showing 2 people in chat, which is me and one other. So if there is more of you guys out there, I don't mean to offend you guys, and I do apologize. But as of right now, it is only there's only 2. Don't know where these guys went. There's one. And I'll let Duke take us to the other one. Because I do believe I've only got 4 out of this group. Alright, Raven, I appreciate you. As far as attendance goes, you are in the lead, by the way, in case you're wondering. I can see, like, on my channel, it does show my audience and everything, and, I really do appreciate you staying with the streams. As far as, like, attendance is concerned, you do have the highest amount of time spent on the channel, right now, so I really do appreciate you, as far as live streams are concerned. I know that it can get a little bit boring, too, whenever there's nobody else here with you, so, again, I do appreciate the fact that you find it at least entertaining enough to want to hang out with me during these emptier times. And again, I will be thinking about ways to thank my mods and stuff, and there's been certain ideas that have been going through my head as far as, like, trying to encourage people to stay in the chats and to be there for my videos and whatnot. I think I have a pretty good idea of how to do it. I just don't want to cause jealousy as a thing. I'm afraid if I do, there's one thing I would really like to do for the mods, which I'm not going to expose it because I don't want you to get excited or anything, because it's not a plan, it's just something I've been like brainstorming about. But there is one thing I would like to do each month, to reward the mods who are like the most supportive of the channel during those months. However, like I said, I don't want it to become a competition between people, and I also don't want people to feel jealous if they didn't get chosen, or whenever they feel like they should have been. So we'll see, but I'm still debating on if I even should do that. Okay, so this guy's respawn apparently is not going to come in. That is unfortunate. Either he didn't come in or he's somewhere else on the map now. But we need to run across and just check this other zone. It's the only other zones we have to check today. If this guy don't come in, then I'm gonna assume he's somewhere else on the map, and I'm just gonna quit worrying about my solos. Yeah, I'm gonna run across this little mountain, and then whatever's here, whether we leave it or shoot it, or we're gonna go ahead and just start grinding the rest of the stream. I'm wanting to spend most of my time on the mule deer today, in case you guys are wondering why I chose Fallow to start with. I knew I was gonna be a little bit late to the stream, and I decided that I wanted to spend a majority of my time on the muleys today because the mule deer grind has been going very awkwardly. The respawns have not been working properly. We've been seeing diamond. We've been seeing a flush of level 2s and level 3s. So I'm really on the fence. I'm really thinking that our grind on Silver Ridge Peaks is about to come to an end, and I am pretty sure that it's going to be a one and done for me. So, but keep in mind, guys, during the multiplayer streams, I am leaving my HM, and I would appreciate for you guys to help me keep the map herd managed. So if you guys see level 2s and level 3s, try to leave them. Or excuse me, level 2s and level 1s. Try to leave them, but if you see level 3s and above, you can go ahead and blast them. But I would like to keep at least some of the map herd managed, so that way when you guys do play multiplayer with me, you'll have a chance to find dimes. You found your remote for your TV? You've been looking for it for like 5 days? Oh my gosh, man. Raven, I actually have a kind of a funny story to go to tell you about that one. A few years ago, I've had 2 different TVs in like the past 6 years, and I'm not going to do Vizio anymore after we get a new one. I was a huge Vizio TV supporter for the longest time, and I'm sorry, this is just a random rant here. But yeah, I had a 27-inch Vizio for like many years, and it worked so well. And then I decided to step it up to a 70-inch V series. That TV only lasted me a year, and then it immediately started getting picture problems. So we had to get another new TV. So I stepped it up again to an even fancier version, and it was the rated M series, which is what I'm currently using. Just like the last one, this one did last a few months longer, but it was only about a year and a half later, and now this TV has problems at the bottom of the picture. It has trouble capturing the picture at the bottom. So yeah, after tax season, my wife and I are talking about getting me a brand new TV, and I'm gonna go Roku. Because my wife has the HDR 4K Roku TV, and it's like 6 years old and still going on extremely strong. So, all right, it looks like we do not have the respawns to our solos, so we're just gonna leave this be for today, and we're just gonna keep grinding now. There's no other reason for me to keep taking the solos anymore. But yeah, so going back to my story, about 3 years ago, I lost my remote to the TV. And we could not find that thing for the life of us. We searched everywhere for it. We did not know what happened to it. We literally went probably 8 months, maybe even close to a year, without having a remote for the TV. And we had to use the power button and the change channel buttons at the bottom of the TV in order to just change the channels, turn it on, what have you. And we eventually found the remote. And the remote, I can't tell you exactly where it was, but I remember that it was in like the most obvious place. And out of all those months, we had never even thought to look there. But it was like a place I had always kept the remotes whenever I didn't have a place in the living room for them. I would always put them there. Of course, now we have a better system and we haven't lost a remote since, but golly. And I'm out of bullets right when I needed it. The deer literally stops broadside. Oh, he's giving up. That was actually really sad, dude. That deer was like in so much pain. It's like he decided just to quit running and just accept his fate. That was sad. You have LG now and it's pretty good? Yeah. Yeah, LG's a good TV too. Like I said, I just need a really good gaming television. I don't do PC because I was not raised necessarily, but like all my life growing up, that's all I ever did was console play. Yeah, so I'm not going to switch to PC more than likely. But at the same time, you never know where my channel may go, and if I ever get enough for a PC, I may switch over. But for now, it's like I'm just a console boy through and through. But yeah, it's like I know that playing 4K HDR video games can be really hard on a television, especially if you're doing it for hours at a time. And I just don't think that the Vizio TVs can stand up to it. I mean, like I know what's wrong with my TV. There's a component that helps capture the picture, and there's several of those components that are scattered throughout the television, and they sometimes fail. And it's even though it's a rare occurrence, apparently apparently I ended up getting a TV that was effective, and it thankfully lasted for a year and a half for me. And that component actually started failing a year ago. And so this was happening to me about a year ago. But after about 3 or 4 days of just using it, it fixed itself, and I started working perfectly again. I don't know where that guy came from. But he's not going to stay around long. Oh, wait, I do have another solo zone I need to check. Hang on a second. I actually do have another solo zone. Make sure there's no great ones over there. No great one. Just a second, guys. We have one more zone I gotta check. I totally forgot about this one. I hope I didn't spook anything off, but there's this little pocket over here, and I need to go and check it. And then we'll fast travel back to the tent, and we'll just continue hunting. Yeah, he really was, Raven. He just couldn't stand it no more. He was hurting too bad. Used to play on PC, but it broke, so I went back to console. I hear that. I wish you would have got PS5 though, Raven. It'd been nice to have you in the multiplayer streams. But I know that you can't control what's currently going on. Let's see. I can't get a beat on these things. Okay, that's that's a little level 2, so we don't have to worry about him. What's the other one? The other one's level 4, so I do need to worry about him though. Ah, come on. Oh well. Let me go over here and grab him, and then I'll fast travel back over to the tent. So we had one that could be left, and one that needed to be shot. Oh yeah, I forgot about that, Raven. After a short break, I hear that. Yeah, red deer, I absolutely love them, and I would already know how to set up on them if I was wanting to do a red deer grind on here. But like I said, it's just they need more great ones. They really do. They need to get more antlers. They need to have more fur colors. And honestly, I would like to see the whitetail get a remake for the fur colors as well. The whitetail are really nice. I do like just the generic whitetail with the great one rack. So that is totally fine to leave, in my opinion. But I would like to see some other fur colors that can come to the whitetail as well. Like leave the generic brown, and also leave the possibility of the piebald. But so leave them alone as but I would absolutely like add other colors along with it too. Like keep the OG look to it, but also add new ones. There's a bunch of different things they could do with whitetail. How that didn't drop him, I have no idea. But he's gonna die on the shoreline, so it's better than not dying on the shoreline. Let's see. Golly, this fog, man. I forgot that this gets fog on it at a certain time of day. And I'm gonna run out of breath. I need to hold up for a minute. Okay. Dude, you couldn't stand there for like one more second, really? Oh, that'll take care of him. Face planted that one. What was that? Oh. Okay. Nope, that's a bad shot. Him in the leg. That ain't no good. Panic shooting. Dude, seriously? Oh well. Looks like we're gonna be tracking that one. don't know where this guy's tracks are. There it is. I'm just gonna drive the four-wheeler and catch up with this guy. I thought I had one that was hit right here. There he is. I passed him up. So that's going to end up being 7. 191 kills in after they reclaim all these guys. Almost 200 in. Fallow number 3. Like I said, 350 was my very first Fallow grind, so you never know when it's going to appear. We got about 30 more minutes left in the Fallow grind today, and then we'll switch it over to Mule Deer. Hey, we got our middle zone here today. What in the heck are you? Dude, you're like the thinnest and tallest fallow deer I've ever seen in my life. I'm pretty sure that's a wonky buck. I think he is, at least. I'll have to go check him out. But he's like a smokestack on top of his head. I need to shoot that zone first because they're the closest to me. I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, he's definitely thin. I just don't know if he's like thin enough. We'll go take a look at him here in a little bit, though. See. And that guy right there was actually kind of wonky, too. Let's see if I can get him, too. Send him to stop. There we go. Got the shot off. Alright. Come here to this random tripod. I gotta check these solo zones. There's a zone that can be over across the mountain here. Nothing in there, though. Alrighty. Well, that's all the solo zones checked today. Thankfully most of the HM is still working just fine. Like I said, probably this next time reset, well, we only got 30 minutes left, and I doubt there's gonna be a great one up here in those zones. But it's only 2 of them, so we might as well check them. I know for a fact now that we don't have to worry about the others. So we'll do another time reset, and then we'll grind our way to the solo zones. We'll check those other 2 zones, and then we won't worry about it again until we get around to the other one, to this zone again. Alright, let's check this guy out. Is he wonky enough to go to the Wonky Lodge? He is definitely a funny buck. Let's see. Honestly, I do not think he is, guys. He is very tight and he's very tall, but I wouldn't say that he's wonky. I think that he's just thin. So I'm actually gonna pass on him. Let me go check this other one out though, because he was kind of flat looking. I mean, if his antlers had been like really teeny tiny, like one of the little tiny level 2 racks, and it was like really tall like that and really thin, then I probably would have kept him. But he honestly looked kind of normal from the front. He's just tall and don't have very much spread. But this one, on the other hand, is not going to go either. I thought he was flatter than what he was. Oh well. We'll get more wonky ones as the time goes on, I'm sure. That lodge is actually is getting more and more animals in it the more grinds we do. Also, guys, do not forget to hit the like button for me if you haven't already. Every time you guys hit the like button, it shares this stream 50 times across YouTube. And so it's 50 more chances for somebody new to join the channel. And also make sure that you guys subscribe if you're having fun. We are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers this year, or even more. So I really would appreciate it. And also, don't forget that next week is our multiplayer stream. We're going to be having 2 in the month of April because I forgot about I lost track of the dates, and today should have been our multiplayer stream. However, I lost track of what the date was, and therefore we ended up doing grinds today. So we're going to end up having a multiplayer stream next week, as well as towards the end of the week. Or not as well as, but it's going to be just whatever my wife's schedule turns out to be. Dude, that was a neck shot? Are you serious? Golly. I mean, it could have been a spine shot. That's what I was trying for, was a spine. That'll work. See, little babies. That's interesting. Why are you guys here? Little teeny tiny babies. I don't need you guys in those zones, though, so I can't keep them. Why are you guys going that way? I mean, that felt good. I thought I tucked it right in front of the shoulder, but apparently I didn't. Oh, it went out of render, too. Oh, well. Okay, so that one did die, though. He's just right there. At least we know we got him. Okay. Let's see. Your broadsides, I'm going to take you first. Then I'm going to try to take your buddy. I did hit him. And apparently I hit something that's going to bring him down at least. Let's see, what's over here? There we go. That ought to do it. Let's go claiming. Alright, after we claim everything, we should be in the 200s after this. Where did that one buck? Where's he at? I know I have... There he is. I mean, this had to have been a solo, because there is not a zone right here. Come on. Let me claim him. There we go. Yeah, that was a solo. Okay. Dude, I am so ready for this Fallow, the Huddle Fallow to be done. It's been a long time coming, man. The Fallow grind was the very first grind I ever like streamed on my channel, if I ain't mistaken. I believe it was, and it was also the very first great one that I featured on the channel. Technically, my Red Deer was, but that video didn't do very well, so I decided to delete it. And I was gonna go back and turn it into something different, and I actually deleted the footage. That's the reason why the Red Deer ain't on here. As far as I'm aware, I may have re-uploaded it, but I can't remember. It would have been forever ago, though, if we did. I'm gonna ask for one thing from PlayStation, and I really wish that they would do it for us. But I wish that if you use Share Factory, even if it was like a paid subscription or something, I really wish that YouTube would give you the benefit of being able to play music while you're doing your streams. That would be really, really nice. And then the other thing that I wish would come to PlayStation is the fact that you could record videos with Facecam on instead of having to always live stream. I don't get that at all, but yeah, if I were to use Facecam, which I'm not teasing anything, by the way, guys, Facecam will not be coming to the channel as far as I'm concerned. But if I did use Facecam, it only let me use it during live streams. Like, you couldn't like record videos and have your face on there, which is weird. So those would be two quality of life about the PlayStation I wish would get fixed. Okay, I know that I have one that was bleeding out around here. Huh. I guess I picked him up? I thought I had one that ran out of render. Oh well. I guess not. Yeah. Alrighty. But we do gotta track this one. I think I should be able to just track this one on the four-wheeler, though. So I'm just gonna highlight it. And then I'm gonna jump on the four-wheeler, and I should be able to just track it. And that'd be 8 more kills. So 203, guys. 203 kills in now on the Fallow. And I think we'll do one more full run before we switch over to the Muleys. Give the great one Fallow Deer one more chance to show up. Alrighty. Let's go reset time and do this again, boys and girls. Mila, stop. Dog's over there licking her paws. Alright, last full run on the Fallow. We're going to shoot everything again here, and then we're going to reset time and go through all the zones and make sure we don't have a great one if one is not already on the map. And then after that, we're going to switch over to Silver Ridge Peaks and get started on the Mule Deer. Do the main menu reset before I forget. But yeah, Season 7 just started from Marvel Rivals, so me and my wife are going to be playing that some tonight. And surprisingly enough, we're not doing it tonight, but she did tell me that she will debate playing Marvel Rivals with me on stream, guys. So those of you who has been wanting to talk to my wife and be able to enjoy the stream, she won't be watching the chat or anything, but she did tell me that she may join me for a Marvel Rival stream and let me play her voice over the stream. So she said that she may be game for doing that. It's not a guarantee yet, as I'm not holding her to it or anything. But she did tell me that if I'm she may consider joining me for a stream of my Rivals. Dude, seriously, my respawns ain't gonna be here. Really? If I go to several zones and there's nothing here, I'm just gonna reset time and then start over. I mean, surely other animals are gonna be here, but maybe just that one zone. I really do think the game sometimes gets stuck in RNG, where it's like you just won't get respawns back in your zone because the game like has a bug or a glitch where it like freezes up and doesn't want to give you your respawns because it can't figure out what the respawn is going to be. Okay, so there's the other group. So I'm actually going to try Hail Mary here. Because that is the... Whoop, not if he's trotting, though. That's too far of a range for a trot. See if he'll just go to a normal walk for me again. Because that's the zone we just came from. And they just haven't made it over there just yet. Okay, let's see if I can make this shot count. Stupid Doe's head is in the way, though. I don't like that. They're going to go out of render. I think we're just going to let them leave. We'll go and check that zone again here in a minute, probably. Okay. Okay. That'll work. Nope. Shoot. I thought he was going to keep going the same direction. I need more than one bullet here. I don't want to end up in another situation. Hey, we got them all. Let's go. Again, guys, like I said, she does play Call of the Wild, but she said that she would rather be playing something that's a little bit more entertaining if we're going to do a stream. So she said that she's just not really wanting to play Call of the Wild with us. But she said that she will consider doing a rival stream because me and her do play that quite often. So I'm pretty excited about that, and I'm hoping that she agrees to do a stream with me. And if we do a stream, guys, I'm not sure if I'll be able to like notify you all of it. It may be just a last-minute thing because usually she just kind of does things when she gets home in the evenings. And if she feels like playing Rivals, we'll play Rivals, and if not, we don't. So it may just be a stream that just randomly pops up, where it may not even be scheduled, and then the next thing you know, me and her are live. So keep your guys' eyes out if you'd be interested in seeing us play Marvel Rivals together. Okay, I know for a fact that we got all of them here. Why isn't my dog finding the other animal? There we go, now he found it. It was further over here. Alright, there's the other buck. Let me see, did I spook off those other deer? I don't know if I did or not. We'll go back to that zone in a minute and check it. Because where we drove the four-wheeler, we may have spooked off our very first zone. We'll see. Colton, what's up, man? Welcome back, buddy. I figured you'd be able to make it back. We're going to be live for quite a while today. It's a 4-hour stream, so we're close to it at least. Glad to see you make it back, man. Where are my bucks at? Okay, there's that one. Must have just passed them up. And the other one should just be right up the hill. There he is. Alright, let's go back to our first zone and just see if those deer are there. We may have spooked them off whenever we drove the four-wheeler around, but we'll see. At least we know there's no great one in this zone. So even if we did spook them, that ain't gonna be that big of a deal. Like I said, guys, we're gonna finish out this run, so we are gonna shoot everything on this run, and then we're gonna reset time and then just go through all the zones and see if there's a great one. If there ain't one here right now. And if there is no great one after we look through everything, we're gonna move on to the mule deer grind. If we do see a rare or a diamond, though, we will shoot it before we move on. So we will shoot a diamonds or rares, but everything else, I think that we'll just pass until next time. Okay, yeah. So we did spook off our first zone, but that's fine. We did get to see what was in there. It's just a big level 3. So at least we know there's no trophies or anything in that zone. Let's move along. Any great ones? Any great ones is all. I will take any of them, even small. No need to be large. I'll take small or big. I just want a great one. Yeah? No? Oh, okay. Let's see. No great ones here right now, it doesn't look like. There's that guy. That was a bad shot. But I hit something at least, so at least it's going to kill him. I'm going to leave that little guy there. I don't want all of these deer to be shooters. I'd actually like to herd manage this zone to where only about 2 or 3 of them are shooters, and then the rest of them are ones you leave. Yeah, like that little guy right there, I'm going to leave him. Alright, I think that's good enough. We'll take 4. $211 kills in, guys. 211 on number 3. And if I'm not mistaken, I think in 211 kills, I think we've had like 4 diamonds. If I'm not mistaken. 4 or 5 diamonds in the past 200 kills. And then maybe, and I think 1 rare. We had that Mela. It's not too bad. I'm not counting the diamonds or rares, but I'm assuming that's how many we've had. We probably had a lot more than that, honestly. I just can't remember. We went through 3,000 kills previously, so it's hard to remember which ones was part of the 3,000 kills and which ones weren't. Don't need that no more. Come on, short grind, great one, show up. I really hope we don't go over 1,000 on this grind. I really hope we get it sub 1,000. D, make sure you reload now. Alright. Well, thankfully they decided to stand there. That one deer just stood there like, what just happened? He was in shock. Whoops, dropped my pen. Ah, there we go. Kind of hard to count animals if I don't got something to write it down with. Level 4, big level 4s. No great one over here right now. Okay. You're prettier. I'm gonna shoot you. Nope. Oh, I hit a doe? Are you serious? Not again. That's gonna kill him. Yep, she's gonna die. Shoot. That's a big level 4. Pretty sure he's not gonna make... How did I not get intestines? That should have been an intestine shot. Well. I did not intend on having anything to track here, but apparently we're gonna have to track some stuff. Dude, my shot just went from decent to terrible. Oh well. You're 2,822 kills into red deer? Oh my gosh, man, that's a long grind. That's rough. I hope that you get him soon, though. You should be getting him anytime, though. Like I say, 3,000 is like whenever I start telling myself that it could be any of the kills. Once you get above 3,000 kills, at that point, it's like you know it's going to be within the next couple thousand usually. Again, there has been very few grinds that have went like above 5,000 kills, but that's a rarity. Fallow soon though, and the mule deer. Like I said, our mule deer map was not functioning correctly right now for the SRP muley. So I'm really thinking that we're getting closer and closer every time we get on that map to hunt for the mule deer great one. I just hope it's not the corkscrew rack or the velvet rack. If it's either one of those, I'll still be very happy, but I don't know if I'll be putting it in the lodge. I will probably put that one in the free roam lodge or the wonky lodge just to kind of spiffy those spots up some. Because my least favorite great ones I don't really want to put in the main lodge. Now the fallow deer does have a rack that I don't really care too much about, being the Mickey Mouse rack. I really don't care about that one as much, but I will add it to the huddle if I get it. I have looked at it and I decided that it ain't as terrible as I thought it was or used to think it was, but it's still not one of my favorites. But I decided I will add it to the fallow. Where did the other buck die? I'm sure he's down here somewhere. They like dying in this little bitty cove. In most cases, but I'm not seeing him this time. That's interesting. Oh, there he is. So he did. Oh, that's the doe. Yeah, that's the doe that we accidentally shot. So I don't know where the buck is. We do have one more buck to claim. You smell anything, Duke? Yep, he found the blood. Alrighty. So this should lead us to our buck. Yeah, he should be dead any second. He's 0 to 25. But I have seen deer run long distance at 0 to 25. There it is. Alright, that's done. What was the score? I forgot to look at that deer. Hang on. He was 237, so he wasn't bad. Wait a minute, hold up. Oh no, never mind. I was thinking about Sika deer. I saw that I had a fallow deer that said red spotted, and I thought that was a rare, but I forgot that that's a Sika deer thing. So never mind. Red spotted ain't rare for fallow, only Sikas. What's in Great One Bay? Little level 3. Alrighty. So we'll take the little level 3 first. Where's he at? There he is. There we go. Let's take out... Really? Well, that's a solo, I'm hoping. Dude, where are these bucks coming from? Hang on a second. I only have 1 buck in this zone. Why do I now have 3? Stupid solos? Let's shoot him. There, that'll take care of those. I mean, I'm going to leave the little guy, because if he turns out to be the solo and he's not the constant, then that is a good one to leave. But I don't know where those bucks came from, man. That's a 1 buck zone. Like there's only 1 constant I have in that zone. So we ended up with 2 other solos. Well, my shot was on point there. Where did that one die? I think he's like up here, isn't he? Oh, he's like right beside my tent. That's funny. Okay, let me get the 4-wheeler real quick. A troll non-legendary? Oh, man. Rough, Raven, rough. I will say, though, that the red deer does have my favorite diamond in the game right now. Well, aside from the 300 rack muleys. I love the 300 rack muleys, but I will say that my favorite diamond in the game is the full level, the big rack level 9 for the pet red deer. The red deer full big rack level 9s are my favorite. But I do gotta say that the 300 racks for the muleys, and then the level 4s that make diamond, I love those as well. Those are probably my favorite racks in the game right now. Dude, don't get ran over, man. Watch it. I know you're an NPD, a non-playable dog, but I still don't like running through you. Alright guys, this is our last stop as far as shooting everything is concerned. I probably will shoot whatever's in my first zone, just so that way I can get a respawn whenever we return to this next week. Unless we get a great one. You never know. We could get a great one after this run, but it has yet to happen just yet. It's for us to get a great one whenever we're doing the check. I'm sure that is bound to happen at some point, though. For us to get to the very end of the stream, and I'm going to decide to check all of our zones, and there just happens to be a great one. What is up with the does wanting to get in my way today? It's like they know what I'm up to. Dude, I couldn't get my scope to go where I wanted it to go. Oh, the joys of thumbsticks. And I'm out of ammo. What are you guys doing down here? What in the world? Why were they down here? That don't make no sense, but whatever. I mean, look at the bright side, though, Raven. At least it wasn't a super troll. At least it wasn't a non-legendary guaranteed troll and it had a rare color on it. Now, that would have been really gutting. What are you? I think it's level 4, ain't it? Yeah, it's level 4. Alrighty. Well, we got him. That bullet must have just barely not got there in time. Let's see. There's a little guy, so I want to try to go for the bigger one first, if I can. Nope. Well, it may have been helpful if I didn't push. That was just my fault there. I pushed my stick too far forward and I shot over top of him. Oh well. I'm gonna quit chasing deer. Let's go ahead and get these picked up. That was a pitiful run on that pond. Oh, you already have one of those? Oh, that's rough, Raven. I mean, like I said, I have 4,000 hours in the game and never even seen a max weight rare animal or a max scoring rare animal. So I'm really hoping that when the game finally does decide to show me my first one, I hope that it isn't a troll. That would be absolutely just terrible. I mean, like I said, I have plenty of, I've got great ones, I've got diamonds, I've got gold rares, but I've got normal rares. But that is one thing that has eluded me, both in the PS4 time and in the PS5 time, is a super rare. And I have used my full HM, like, for all my grounds, and I've never even seen a super rare in my life. So it's rough. I'm probably going to end up crying, though. Like I told you guys, that is the one trophy that has eluded me for the longest period of time. And, yeah, if I had a super rare that showed up, you'd probably hear a 30-year-old man sob a little bit. Because that's the one trophy I've been wanting more above any trophy in the game, is just an antlered super rare. Any antlered animal that has a super rare, and that's all I want. If I get other super rares, it's still pretty cool. Like if I got a super rare wolf or something, it'd still be pretty neat. But yeah, antlered animals are what I love the most on the game, and if that was my first one, it would be crazy. And I really don't mind what the species it is. I'd love for it to be a whitetail or mule deer, but I really don't mind if it's like a moose or a fallow. But either one of those would be great too. I don't know how far this one's gonna run. So we'll just highlight his blood trail and we're just gonna follow him on the four-wheeler. Because I'm having a feeling that he's went a long way. Yep, on foot that would have been a while. Luckily, he decided to start to come back, though. Alright, guys. All that's left now is for us to reset time and check all the zones one final time before we move over to the mule deer. So that's what we're going to do. One of your zones won't show up, and that has never happened to me before. So, like I said, I have a theory on this game that sometimes respawns can get froze up, if that makes sense. Where the game has trouble making the respawn show up. And it just happens. But yeah, I've had several times where it's like I'll have one zone that just does not come in for like 2 or 3 different runs. and then when it comes back, it's nothing really special. And I think it's just where, I mean, sometimes it's a great one or something like that, but I will say that I don't really see that as something to worry about necessarily. I think that the game just sometimes has trouble with the RNG as far as like what it's going to push out for you as a respawn. Is the way I'm looking at it. Alright, let's go see if we have a great one waiting on us. Like I said, I will shoot out this first zone just so that way I can make sure I got everything killed from the last run. So we are going to shoot the fallow deer out of this zone. But the other zones we're just going to go around and look and see if we have a great one. If not, we're going to move on to SRP. Very true, Raven. Very true, yes. I mean, like, it keeps it exciting. But so, like, anytime I notice that my map starts doing weird stuff, and it's, like, doing it constantly, then, yeah, I will try my best to try to stay calm and just try to stay excited. Because that can mean great one. But it also could just simply mean diamond. So, because I've had, like a huge flush of small animals before, or my zone's not wanting to come in. And the next thing you know, I have, like, 2 or 3 diamonds that show up. And then it goes right back to, like, being normal for, like, another 100-something kills. So, like I said, that does happen, but I just think it's like a bug, not really a bug, but it's like an issue the game has sometimes where it's like where you're killing so many animals, especially us grinders, where you're killing so many animals. I do think the game struggles to respawn in all of your respawns sometimes, just from where RNG is kind of getting hung up and not really making up its mind as to what it's wanting to put in those zones. Hopefully that makes sense. Alright, we're at a good even number at 230, so I'm going to stop shooting at this point and just see what's in these zones, unless it's a diamond or a rare. If it is a diamond, rare, or great one, we would definitely will be shooting them. But otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and just search these other zones and see if we got a great one waiting on us. I'm really excited to get back to the SRP mule deer grind today, because it has not been acting normal. And that zone over there has not came in for us, unfortunately. That zone only has 1 buck out of the 2 here. So like this is a good example too, Raven. Like if you look on my screen right now, I have this zone and it's not came in. And then I look over here at this zone and only 1 respawn is here. Like I've only got 1 buck and there's supposed to be 2. So I mean, like I said, I just think sometimes the game just takes a little bit longer to get your respawns back in for some reason. Because that happened to me a lot in New England Mountains. On New England Mountains, I had like several different zones where it's like I just had to expect for them to not be there all the time. Because they got for the RNG for those just took a while to push out the respawns at times. And if it gets too bad, like if you just notice it's taking like 2 or 3 runs every single time to get that zone to come back, you can always just close your game and restart it. Because usually your first few runs usually run like clockwork before like weird stuff starts happening. If that does start happening. No great one in that zone. Don't see a great one there. No great ones or rares here. Nothing over there. Just keep on cruising along. Okay. It's level 4. Pretty decent score on him, but he's not a level 5, so we're not going to shoot him. Nothing important over there. Don't look like anything important over there. Let me go down here and check my solo zone real quick and see what this 1 buck came out of. This is the only solo zone I'm going to check. But since it's just right here, I'm going to go ahead and look over here and just see if that respawn came back in. I think he moved over to the Great One Bay is what I think's happened to him because there was like 2 other bucks that was over there that weren't supposed to be. Plus, this will also kill a little bit more time and give the game a lot more time to get the RNGs pushed out for the later zones that we shot. I kind of wish that they would have stayed over here though. I had some solos that were here with this doe for like the longest period of time, and they gave me just an extra zone to shoot. And yeah, whenever they became level 2s, I kind of wish I would have just left them at this point. But it was such an easy like shot from the tree stand. I just didn't want to pass up on an opportunity to get a great one there. Okay, so that guy just came back as another level 4. Unfortunate for him. And there's a level 3 there. Nope. A little bit too far forward. I'm used to long range shots, so I led that shot a little bit too much. That's okay, we'll let him go. We'll go over here and grab this guy, and then we'll move on to the next spot. Oh, level 3. Hold up now, turkey. I can't let you go. Well, we got a level 3 turkey. We may not have got a diamond fallow today, but we had a level 3 turkey that showed up. That's funny. I mean, hey, I'll tax a turkey. I've always got room in my trophy lodges for turkeys to fill in. And we have another level 3 turkey that's on SRP around one of my zones, so we might even get him today, too. That was a good little surprise. And grab this guy. Alright, turkey, where'd you go, man? If you make diamond, you're getting taxed, then I'm going to be putting you in one of my lodges after the stream. I like putting the turkeys on the pedestals and up on the new branch things. They really do help the lodge look cooler. Alright. Make sure it's not another gobbler. Are you a diamond? We got a diamond turkey. Let's go. 4.67. We got a turkey for the lodge. Beautiful, man. I ain't going to turn that into a short because it's just a turkey, but still, that's really cool. At least we got a trophy off, say, awards today. It wasn't fallow, but at least it was a good diamond. Nothing in the great one's spot. Okay, so it looks like I'm not going to shoot this guy right now, but it looks like the level 2 was actually our constant. And then the other 2 looks like they were the solos. But again, from where we don't know, I'm not going to shoot that just yet. Usually, if I can't tell, I'll usually go 2 runs without shooting a zone, just to make sure that it is the buck I need to shoot. Because one of those other 2 could come back, and I need to make 100% sure. But yeah, it kind of makes sense that we're going to be a little bit late to the mule deer grind anyways. That way we'll give both animals about the same exact time. Because honestly, we are going to be moving over to SRP and then have about exactly an hour and a half. And that's about how much we gave the great one fallow, so that makes sense. No great one there. That zone still will not come in for some reason. But then again, this was the zone that we've shot the most recently. And yes, guys, if you have not noticed, I am an obsessive reloader. I am one of those people where if I shoot one bullet out of my gun, I have to reload. So I just find it funny about myself. It's not something I think is a problem or anything. But like in all my playthroughs and everything, if you guys watch the Resident Evil playthroughs or any of them that have like shooting mechanics, you guys will notice that I always have to reload after each my firefight. It just kind of bothers me not to have a full mag. All right. That's just a dark one. Unfortunately, the great one is going to escape us today on Teawara, so no great one fallow for us, but we are ending at 231 kills. Let me go ahead and move over to where I want to begin the grind again next time. And I'll flip the pages and we'll start on the mule deer. Give me 1 second. We left off at 660 on the muley. Okay, the game did just save, so we should be good to move. Alright, guys. Hopefully we get a great one mule deer today. Like I said, the map has not been acting normal. We've been getting a big flush of smaller animals. The HM is definitely still active on the map, but for some reason it hasn't been popping off as much as it usually is. So, I'm not going to go check the solo zones on this map, though, because they're far away from outposts, and they can be a nightmare to go check. So we're not going to worry about the solo zones today. The ones on the outer sides of the map, at least. Alrighty. Let's reset time and see if we can get after some muleys. Hopefully it happens today. But guys, for those of you who were here for both these Ski Ridge grind and also for the Silver Ridge grind, which ridge do you guys prefer watching on the channel? Like, if I were to keep pursuing mule deers in the future, would you guys rather see me do it on a Ski Ridge, or do you guys like seeing it here on Silver Ridge? I love both grinds. I think Silver Ridge is right up there with the Ski Ridge. I think they're both like equally as good. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys like a Ski better, or do you guys like Silver Ridge? It don't bother me. I just want to hear your all's opinions. Because I love both grinds. I know that we have a level 5 on here waiting for us today, by the way. I forget which pond he's on, but we do have a level 5 on the map right now. Oh, we got both. Good. You actually like watching Silver Ridge better than a Ski Ridge? That's awesome. Like I said, I really don't know what I want to do with SRP. I love this grind so much that it makes it almost impossible for me to bring it back to multiplayer just because I love this map for the mule deer. But at the same time, I do know that you guys enjoy the Silver Ridge Peaks multiplayer hunts. So, I don't know if I'm going to retire it after this grind or not. I've actually kind of debated on retiring a Ski Ridge, if you know the truth. Making Silver Ridge be my mule deer map, and then pulling everything up on a Ski Ridge and making that our multiplayer map. But because the only thing that's on that map that I'm really interested in grinding right now is the mule deer. Because I think that I would like to get my next moose off Medved, honestly. And then I'm honestly on a Ski Ridge. I mean, I really don't know. I really don't think there is another animal on a Ski Ridge that I'm like dying to get a great one of. Because I think a Ski, even though it's an amazing mule deer map, don't get me wrong, the map for mule deer is amazing. But yeah, I've just been really debating on which map I need to bring to multiplayer. I may just let you guys do that in a poll. Like after we get the Great One Mule Deer off Silver Ridge Peaks, I might put a poll out on the channel and let you guys know that it's time to bring one of the two maps back to multiplayer, and I'll let you guys decide. Is maybe what I do. But I don't know though. There's also another part of me that is also wanting to return to a Ski Ridge and do another mule deer grind on a Ski Ridge after this one. So I mean, like I said, I just really don't know where I'm gonna go with it. Right now, I'm just brainstorming fever at the moment. Okay, Raven, you're fine. Like I said, we're still going to be live for another hour and a half, so I mean, even if you have to go take care of your animals, you might have time to come back. But if not, it's totally fine. We'll be doing them more streams next week. Rawr. Did I get something good? I don't know if I did or not. Alright, we got all 3. Let's go. One of those is a solo, but they all needed to be shot. Oh, great one, mule deer. I hope you come to us quickly. We're nearly at that. We're about at 400 under 1,000 right now. We're 6. Well, I don't really like the number of our kill count right now, so I'm not going to say it. We're above 665. So, just for that fact alone, I'm ready to shoot another muley. I'm not a very big fan of the kill count right now. Let's go, Duke. Where are you going? Oh, you're gonna start from there? Okay. Let's go then, buddy. Alright, there's that one in the bag. Let's go find the other one now. He shouldn't be too far. This other one shouldn't. Zero! Thank you, Raven. I really appreciate it. Like I said, the one from yesterday is still up, and if you guys haven't seen it, the Resident Evil video from yesterday is ready. That is the semi-finale, and then the finale to the Resident Evil the Resident Evil Requiem will be coming out tonight at 8 o'clock. So an hour after the stream ends, then the finale will premiere on the channel as well. Nice, Zero, nice. Any particular reason why you wanted it all to be skunk related? Not that I'm judging, I just think it's funny. And yeah, Zero, you actually have a long time, man. We just now swapped over to the mule deer grind. We haven't even really began it yet. And we still got an hour and a half to go before the stream ends. So yeah, you got plenty of time for the stream, buddy. You made it for pretty much the entire, if you're going to be here until the end of the stream, you've got pretty much the whole segment for the mule deer grind. Okay, I'm going to shoot this one and hope that one is a solo. As I am fine with just one buck being shot out of this zone. What is it, girl? Guys, after this run, I'm probably going to have to take my dog outside. She's whining at me, so as soon as we finish this run, I'll probably have to take her out. Go lay down. I'll take you out in a few minutes, baby. It's an inside joke with a coworker. Oh, okay, gotcha. You're called Skunk Killer? That's funny. I get you now. I forget which zone our diamond is in. I know we got a level 5 here. Wait. Why is there no bucks here? Okay, so this zone, it just didn't want to come in for us, apparently. It's all good, I guess. And this zone isn't... Oh, there they are. They just now popped in. That was funny. Maybe I need to go back to the previous zone and check on it. Dude, I really want a mosaic. I can't tell you guys that enough. I really want a mosaic, rare of a muley. I think they are pretty as they can be. Oh, that's a bad shot. Okay, try again. I think he's out of render, but I wanted to let one fly that way anyway. Shoot. They all huddled up together. All I could do was shoot one and then hope to get another. That didn't seem very fair, but oh well. At least we got the biggest one out of the group. Yeah, we'll keep our eyes open for pressure. Let me go back to this last zone real quick and just see if maybe they just popped in. Because that is possible. Some zones that may have just now came onto the map. Which doesn't make a lot of sense in my opinion, but it happens sometimes. Nope. I guess I have to wait till next run to get to that one. Oh well. Let's carry on then. Alright, let's hit in this zone. Anything cool? Okay, so just one that's pretty decent, and the other one is needing to be shot, but he's nothing special. If I can just get him to stand a certain way. Okay, we got the lung. This guy's a level 2, but I need him. Alright. I'll take that. It's an interesting buck. I like the split brows on him. Pretty little buck. Alright, let's go get this baby. Don't worry, kitty, we ain't sticking around. Dude, there is nothing but little guys here. That is interesting to say the least. 58, 58, 57, 55. And that's our shooter. So he came back as a level 3. Well, that's interesting. And not what we need in that zone. Like I said, this is not the way that this map is supposed to be up in this top part. I used to have 2 shooters out of that last zone, and now I've only got 1. And then that zone we did before last, I had to shoot the little one because that makes 3 runs now, and that one only had 1 in it, and we're supposed to have 2 in that one as well. It's a good buck. One of those is a solo. Not sure which it is, though. But I would like to get this bigger one first. I always like to shoot the biggest deer in the group first, and then try to get the others. If possible. Because usually the biggest ones are the ones that have the highest chances of coming back at... Oh. He turned at the last second. That wasn't fair. Woo! Woo, I don't know what I hit, but that was awesome. He just went flying through the air. That was something. I have never seen that before on this game. That was crazy. He like went airborne and like flew forward like 6 foot. I have no idea, Zero, but that was a crazy shot, whatever it was. Dude, I might clip that one. That was crazy. Let me see, where did I hit? It was a running double lung. Golly. Well, that'll do it, I guess. I've never seen that before in my life on this game. I've seen them slide, but I've never seen them like go airborne and then go like 6 feet in front of where they were standing before they die. That was crazy. We only got the $1, so we can leave the other one be. I'm actually fine with that. My gosh.